the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we are here for the Daytona Nights 250 presented by Butt Kicker, as OP Racing Premier Series brings you the final race in the round of 16. I am your host for tonight. My name is KR Stolfus, and qualifying is underway. The one of Zachary Lima on a hot streak. He has put himself into victory lane for the last 2 races in a row, and now he is looking to try and pick up where he left off with that qualifying run. If we could get it to work properly, give me just a moment. We'll see if we can get this fixed and cleaned up as they continue to cycle around out here for this qualifying run. Al Smith will be with me here shortly, as soon as he hits things with a hammer and gets the monkey working, if you will. All right, that time we got it. It's working now. The 46 of David Overstreet done with his qualifying effort as he pulls down onto the inside line. Okay, it's going to be one of these kind of days, huh? Gonna be one of these days. Fine, it's fine. 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 God. We'll just start all the way over. 26, Hunter Reynolds out on the speedway for his qualifying run. Digital Armchair Motorsports checking in. How you doing? Believe that's Stanley Jr. Not 100% sure, but that is what I do believe to be the case. So Hunter Reynolds making his way around the speedway. Driver of that 26 drops down below the yellow line, crosses the start-finish line, and he finds himself up into 17th place. Nate Warren in the 9, cycling around the speedway. Final 40 seconds here in qualifying, so we are going to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I'm your host. My name is K.R. Stolfus, and Al Smith finally has got that hamster wheel turning. He's got power. He's got everything he needs. Welcome to the show, Al.
Yeah, thanks, KR. Sorry to... I was, trying to do this in Braille tonight, and it wasn't working.
I can believe that. Let's get right into our starting lineup for tonight. On the inside of row number 1 from Dale Cup Games, that is Steve Karosik in the 027. To his outside, Team Bootnaka Esport driver, the 071 of Eric Laurie. Row number 2 will be Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, and to his outside, the 7 of Josh Milam. Row number 3 will be Sebastian Marin in the 23 and Zach Freis in the 12. Row number 4, Peter deBorja in the 40, and to his outside, the 63 of Logan Helton. Row number 5 will be the 510 of Richard Sanchez and Gabe Butler in the 88.
Tyler Miller will start on the inside of row number 6. Outside of him, the 19. This is Zach Workman. Kevin Freis and John Guerrero will make up row 7. Row number 8 going to be Anthony English and his number 44. And outside of him, the Budweiser can himself. This is Vicente Guerrero. In your 9th row, we'll see Zachary Lima and David Booth. Hunter Reynolds and Les Levy will make up row number 10.
Row number 11 will be David Overstreet in the 46 and the 53 of Dave Hunt. To the inside of the row 12, Casey Gilchrist and Mark Mann. Ooh, good thing you're here, Al. Daniel Holloway and Jimmy Reynolds make up row 13. Row 14, Nate Warren and Andy Brigante. Row 15 will be Jeff Crosby Sr. and Bryan Wang.
31st, we'll go to Rick Siebrands, Kody Neagles, 32nd, and his number 6. Sean Stevens and James Maier, or Jimmy Maier, will make up 33rd and 34th. And how about shotgun on the field? Car number 82. This is Dan Harrington, 35 cars strong. And what is the cutoff race for the opening round of playoffs? Tonight we'll lock in 8 drivers as the green flag comes out. Well, we are underway here underneath the lights at Daytona.
Green flag flies. Demon Tech 82, Dan Harrington, stop by to say hello and wish him luck. So guys, everyone, let's hope that the Demon Tech Dan Harrington machine number 82 can get to victory lane. Shout out to Miss Mara and Miss Maxine. How you ladies doing? Thank you very much for coming in, saying hello. They make their way down the backstretch for the first lap of the night. The 027 and the 071 side by side into turn number 3. These race cars still trying to gain speed. Al, that is something that they're going to be doing for the next 3 laps.
Yeah, they get all packed up here, and yeah, they are kind of up to speed right now, running about 180 miles an hour, so about full song. But now they're going to start playing that high-speed chess game. They're going to get lined up with their teammates, going to get lined up with their pushing partners that maybe aren't on so much their teammates, just, that's who they are around. They are going to try to get to the front here. It looks like Marin with a little bit of an electrical issue right there in front of the number 40 of deBorja. A little bit unnerving here early on in the stages to see that car have electrical issues. So hopefully Seabass will be all right as he runs there in the 3rd spot of the 2nd car in the inside lane. That white and purple number 23, a sharp looking race car as all of these cars are. It's all being led right now by Korosek, but here comes the Skull Bandit. This is Crosby on the outside.
As we work lap number 3 of 100, let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's race info. Al mentioned it. This is the final race in the round of 16. Zachary Lima picked up the last 2 races, the wins, which happened to be the first 2 races in this round of 16. So none of our championship 16 are locked in to this race here tonight. The point spread, we'll get to that in just a little bit, but our points leader, that was Logan Helton. He came in 36 points to the good. Tyler Miller, all the way down at the bottom, comes in 31 points below the cutoff line. We'll see how that works out for everyone here tonight. Our stages are at lap 25 and lap 50, and 1 fast repair is available.
1 backup car.
Don't mess up.
Don't do it. Hey, and you got to have a good race. Remember last week, the 63 of Helton, well, not of his own doing, but had electrical issues that knocked him out of contention and came back, was able to ride around, pick up a few spots, KR, and that might be the difference. I mean, he had a good points lead, is plus 31 to the good, but not by any means is that locked in as of right now.
3 wide off of turn number 4. Gabe Butler and the 88 leading the charge up in that 3rd lane. Kevin Freis pushing on his back bumper. Matt Wagner chiming in saying hello. Kody Neagles wants to know what happened to Kody in qualifying. I don't believe Kody turned a qualifying lap. Could be a strategy play here. A lot of drivers already battling to be the car in last place. Everyone trying to play it safe right here. Kody and Jim Maier, they're doing all they can to ride around.
I mean, do you blame them when the front of the pack is 3 wide swiping paint?
On lap 5?
On lap 5, yeah. That's. I'd be battling for last place too.
We go on board with Kody Neagles. Our fastest lap of the race right now goes to Bryan Wang at a 46.71. He is the only driver that has broke into the 46-second bracket. I do expect to see that change hands a few more times before tonight's race is said and done. Eric Lurie in the 071 in the middle lane has his nose just ahead of everyone else. He was currently scored as the race leader as he went into turn 3. That bottom lane, so dominant through the corners. That is Jeff Crosby Jr. who finds a way to come out ahead, but heading into the tribal, that 3 wide racing, got these guys stacked up and everyone holding up very tight to that steering wheel.
Yeah, very tight, and you see a lot of side drafting going on. Oh, that time Milam and Freis maybe made a little bit of contact on the entry to turn number 1. Peter deBorja right there, side draft from the side of the 12 of Zach Freis. Oh, Crosby's out of trouble. 4 wide down the backstretch. Here goes Korosek. He gets turned sideways right in front of the field. Korosek spinning like a top down the backstretch. The 027. Oh, a lot of Vicente Guerrero involved. Anthony English, a chase contender involved, along with Dan Harrington. A lot of potential here. We're going to dissect this one, KR, early on here. Lap number 7, and we got the big one down the backstretch.
Yeah, already a big one, and that all took place as they were running 3 wide. So let's back this up just a little bit and figure out where it went wrong for all of our drivers. And now, a little bit early, we were talking about it, that 3 wide racing action as we go on board with the 14. Take another look here, and that started coming off of turn 2. Eric Lurie and the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. make contact. The 33 get pushed down to the inside.
I say it really started up front there when they got 4 wide and Crosby tried to merge back in there, and it just all bottlenecked right there, and it all broke loose.
All the drivers who got through it breathed a sigh of relief, like, whew, glad I'm not in that mess. So first caution of the night is out, and Gabe Butler in the 88 leads the field on the pit road. Now the first caution flag comes out. A couple race cars, some heavy damage, but you're gonna have to find a way to limp it to stage 2 if you can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at some of the chase contenders that were involved in that one. The one with the heaviest amount of damage, I believe, is that 44 of Anthony English. Front end pretty wrinkled up on that Mountain Dew game fuel number 44 as he'll pull it into his pit stall. I would assume that they would not use the fast repair at this point and try to knock out the damage. Plenty of time to do so here, as these drivers have a lot of time to get their cars fixed on pit road, usually around a minute 20 underneath the yellow flag. So plenty of time to knock out some of that damage, put some bear bond on these cars, as we've already got people down and away. And looks like Gabe Butler coming out as your race leader.
Let's go ahead and take a moment and look at our point standings as they come into the race here tonight. As I mentioned a little bit ago, Logan Helton was 31 points above the cutoff line. Tyler Miller, 36 points below the cutoff line. All of that is doable. A race win or a solid run seals the deal for quite a few of these guys. In fact, a race win seals the deal for anyone in this group, not gonna lie. But having a solid run, I mean, right there at the cutoff line, look at how many people are 3, 4, 5 points away from making it. That's just a handful of positions.
And not only that, Care, that's finishing well in these stages, being up inside that top 10, if you finish 7th forward, I believe that is more than three points. So just being in the top 10 for these stages could really change how those points look. Obviously, we won't have live updates with that, but just doing the quick math on it, we know that can really shuffle in a real hurry here in this first opening stage.
And now I am really good at quick math, but who's better at math? The people who did our point race averages. Bryan Wang has been on a hot streak, 123 points gained in the last 3 races. Logan Helton gaining 112 points. Peter deBorja 111. All of these guys championship contenders, and they are all on top of the points gain in the last few races. And stage wins, well, stage win here could be everything. Logan Helton has the most stage wins, followed by Jim Maier, Kevin Freis. Those guys all championship contenders. So is Josh Milam and Sebastian Marin. I mean, the lists almost kind of repeat themselves.
Yes. I got some news, KR.
Okay.
I believe Anthony English has used the backup car, whether he wanted to or not is to be seen. The green flag is back out, and we're back underway here after our first slowdown of the evening. Green flag is back up. Kevin Freis getting a good push by Josh Milam into that number 7. And how about the hottest driver on the circuit right now? That number 1, the KTM Red Bull I1i, whatever KR calls it, is out there, and he's in the 3rd spot on the outside lane. You got to keep an eye on him. And now he'll swing to the outside. They're already going to make it 3 wide once again, entering turn number 3. Lima on the outside, Korosek right there behind him, KR, as they come to you off turn number 4.
Yeah, Korosek said, you know what? I didn't have enough of that 3 wide racing action as he jumps up to the outside. he's got nothing to lose here. He's got everything to gain. A race win go a long way for him and his season here tonight. But Gabe Butler, Kevin Freis, they got a little bit more to worry about.
Yeah, they definitely do, and they're working the outside of that speedway down the backstretch. Logan Helton working the middle side now. He'll go there. So only 3 cars out there right now, and they've got the 59 of Guerrera working with them on the outside lane. So we'll see how those 3 cars really work up, or if anybody jumps up there. Right now, the 2 dominant lanes are the bottom and the middle lane, being led by Gabe Butler and Kevin Freis as they work down here through the tri-oval. They'll put lap number 12 into the books and start working lap 13.
New fast lap of the race last time around. That was the 21 of Daniel Holloway. So he turned a 46.387. Holloway at the tail end of the field here, currently in 21st. 35 cars took the green flag. All 35 cars are still out there on the lead lap. That is going to be important because you, as a championship contender, you don't want to be the first one out of this race.
No, you definitely don't want to be in last time by. The fast lap of the race went to Dan Holloway with a 46.39. Okay, I'm going to steal your thunder. I know you like giving that information out, but I happened just to look at the scoring pylon and noticed a little purple highlight that we have.
We do have that highlight. It's purple. Someone who goes fast. That's why I don't ever get the purple highlight.
Me neither, KR. Me neither.
All right, Josh Milam in the 7 is your race leader. Kevin Freis leading the charge in the outside lane still. They are both digging very hard right now. Our field is separated quite a bit as we have one driver who has lost the draft. He has got a torn up front end, and that is the 40 of Peter deBorja. So Peter gonna need the help of a caution very soon here.
He might get one.
He might get one. They're still mixing it up, but the field kind of spread out in the back half of this pack, or the front half. They're stuck side by side.
Yeah, one car stuck to the outside now. That's the Valvoline car, the 95 of Jimmy Maier. He's to the outside. Here comes Jeff Crosby Jr. to the inside as they'll come off of turn number 4 and through the tri-oval once again. And it is, they are still 3 wide. The first 8 rows double file. Then you got back here to this battle. Now Maier will drop in behind the 33 of Crosby Jr. And, well, you know, okay, I guarantee that Peter will get a yellow flag in about 10 laps, if not sooner.
That is very true, but he's already lost 13 seconds to the race lead. I don't know if his pace is going to be able to keep him on the lead lap. Good news right now is he is the only one that would be a lap down.
That is true. Everybody else is on the lead lap as we are 3 wide for your race lead. Logan Helton leading the outside lane, getting a nice push by the 1 of Lima. Corsac right there to the outside, not afraid to mix it up there after his dust up in that first yellow flag. Everybody really starting to jostle for position down here, down the backstretch, and that snake starting to slither a little bit. These cars moving around in the turbulence of the wake. Right now, Josh Milam down on the inside lane. He's being pushed by Gabe Butler. To your race lead, he will go.
Anthony English holds the new fast lap at a 46.164. 46.164 for Anthony English. Not a bad lap time. So Al, as we get closer to the end of this stage, they're back to being 3 wide and running tight to each other. Logan Helton in the 63 up along the wall. If you had to follow somebody, that 63 wouldn't be a bad one to follow. Multiple stage wins this season, coming off of a championship last season. If you're Zachary Lima, you got nothing to lose. You've won the last 2 races as a non-championship contender. Why not go and follow that 63 and try and steal a stage?
Yeah. The chase, if you see the cars without the green highlights on them, that means they are not a chase contender for this opening round of 16. But you might be thinking, well, why are they up there racing so hard? Well, they have their own points race going on. You can be the best of the rest. Plus, you're trying to help your teammates. If you take up a point, that's one less point that your teammate's competitor is going to get. So a lot of different agendas out there as they race 3x3 through turns 3 and 4. So it's not just hey, the green cars matter, right, KR? Everybody's out there doing their part, whether it's for their own teammate or someone else, but they all have their own agenda. They obviously want to win. That's why we strap into these race cars. But the teams, they really work hard at trying to help their drivers that are inside this championship battle, regardless if it's taking points away from other chase contenders or winning the race.
Working lap 20 of 100 down the back stretch. First few rows, very tightly packed, but behind them, things start to spread out just a little bit. But I have a feeling that by the time we get to the end of this stage, everyone is going to be back on top of each other and pushing nose to tail, door to door, almost looking like they're all wrestling for every point, because every point matters right now.
I would not want to be in race control Matt Wagner's shoes trying to figure out who's going to have what at the end of the stage. If they race like this to the checkered flag, they work lap 21 down the backstretch. They go. It is Josh Milam and Kevin Freis nose to nose down the backstretch as they drag race. It looks like that middle lane KR is a little bit better of a push. That was from the 24 of Miller. Miller actually in the chase as well, just does not have the green coloring on his car.
Bad paint scheme. Shame. Shame.
I mean, does he think he's already eliminated?
I don't know. We'll
I
have
don't
to
think
find
so.
out.
I don't think anybody's really eliminated to the black and white checker flag wave at the end of this one. And about 83 laps or so. Because they're making me nervous up front though.
Well, I don't know why they'd be making you nervous, Al. They're just 3-wide racing.
Yeah, side swiping, bouncing off each other. Imagine if this was the old bumpy road Daytona. Oh, Lord.
I don't think you could get that close.
I don't think so.
All right, so as we get closer to the end of this stage, working lap 23 of 100. One caution flag so far in this stage. Should we get one now, that will seal the deal. And so they are battling 3 wide. Our line leaders, going back to kindergarten, are all championship contenders. Tyler Miller in the mix right there in that middle lane, not having that green spoiler on his race car. Now we're going to get 2 to go, and Daniel Holloway making a bold move. He's going to pit by himself as the only one to hit pit road.
Yeah, only one. Right now, you're not going to lose a lap, I wouldn't think, by hitting pit road now. But I usually am and will be wrong, as these guys are still 3x3 for 4 rows deep, 12 cars underneath the blanket. Then you got them trying to figure out which lane to go. There's David Booth in the 77. But all our eyes are on the 25 of Kevin Freis getting a good push. Oh, one car. Whoa, that was crazy. Sideways is Peter deBorja goes down 1 lap to the race leaders coming to the white flag.
So deBorja goes down a lap. Daniel Holloway has made his pit stop. He is down and away and trying to gain speed. Holloway, if he loses a lap here, that will really upset Peter deBorja's plans, as we've been on board with Krosik. I don't think Holloway is going to go a lap down, but I mean, Holloway could let off the throttle and trap Peter 1 lap down.
Trouble down the stretch.
Big trouble down the backstretch.
Yellow flag, that's going to save Peter deBorja, but other drivers up and over down the backstretch. Some chase contenders in this one as well. Oh, the 53 of Dave Hunt all torn up on the backstretch. Rick Siebrands going through the grass. Not sure if he was involved or just making evasive moves.
I definitely saw the 12 of Zach Fritsch go airborne a couple of times.
Airborne Fritz.
He better talk to Dave Hunt about how to become a pilot, because he got more air that time than quite a few. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Dan Harrington in the 82 got up into the air, and then the 12 said, I can do one better. Go off the nose of Steve Krosik.
Anthony English involved once again.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Anthony English in the 44. That's 2 big ones for him. Nowhere to go. A little bit of damage off the nose.
And had already burnt that free or backup car, I do believe, KR. So he's going to have to work on that one and pray.
Well, Matt Wagner chiming in, letting us know that Josh Milam, winner of the stage, is what that means.
I think so. I wasn't paying attention if he was the first car
I
on pit
wasn't
road
either.
or not.
Holloway
We'll go with
coming
it.
out ahead, though. Good heads-up move by Holloway. Sacrificed stage points for track position.
I say he stayed out on the racetrack and was not and missed the big one there. So Peter deBorja will get the free pass and get back on the lead lap. The question is, he knows his car is wounded, right, KR? So does that mean he'll come down and jump in that backup car? We'll wait to find out. But I believe you're going to be standing by with our stage 1 winner.
I have caught up with our stage winner. Josh Milam, got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, Kevin Freis won that stage, fellas.
Oh, Kevin did.
I believe. Well, he was a. You know, I'm not sure. I think Kevin was ahead of me when that caution come out. He had a pit before me, so I assume he went into pits before me, so I assume he won that stage.
Okay, well, fine. We won't talk to you anymore.
I hope I get to talk to you later on, though.
We'll take it later on too.
All right, buddy.
All right, so we'll hit up Kevin here, Al.
All right.
Gonna have to move Josh. Oop, that's the wrong channel.
Put him back, KR. Put him back.
I put him back. Where's Kevin? Yeah. You're not very helpful, Al. I found him.
Did you find him?
I found him.
Marco.
Hey, Kevin, this is KR up in the broadcast booth. Got your ears on?
Yeah, how you guys doing tonight?
Not too bad. We can't figure out who won the race or stage, so we're gonna assume it was you.
Yep, I believe I got it thanks to the great pushing there by Tyler. I know it's really hot pushing in this car since that season build, I believe it was, so he did a great job there.
Well, man, you come away with a stage win at a time when a stage win is huge. Everyone very close on points. So, the rest of this race, how are you going to tackle it?
Hopefully the same way as that first stage. Stay up front, don't lose the track position, because you lose the track position with how hot these cars are getting. That third lane is really hard to use. Gabe and I were up there. It took less than a lap to get the car really hot, like blinking hot in 3/4 of a lap. So gonna have to be smart here, keep this thing up front.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, shout outs, thank yous.
Yeah, thanks again to Tyler for the pushing, and all the boys in Team Boonaka tonight. Hopefully we can all move on to the next round of the playoffs. Keep this thing rolling.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our stage 1 winner. That is the driver of the 25, Kevin Freis. Nice job, Kevin.
Thank you.
Let's get him moved back down to Team Bootnaka. Join his fellow teammates as we get back into green flag racing for stage number 2. Al,
Yes.
Josh Milam won the race off of pit road, but Daniel Holloway with a strategy call, maybe one that saved his race because he wasn't involved in that crash. He's going to restart on the outside of the front row.
He is, and he is already up to the gearboxes. They come off the turn number 2, work down the backstretch, and there are some dive in and paint swapping already as they get up to speed here. Dan Holloway getting a good push by Coruscant. And how about the 510 of Sanchez? You know what I'm going to say, don't you, KR? I'm not going to say it this week.
Do it anyways.
No, I'll behave.
I got $1 for you.
Oh, Josh Milam out. $1. I could buy popcorn. Oh,
I like-
a kernel.
I like popcorn.
I know. Josh Milam up at the point here as he's got Tyler Miller right there behind him in that 24. Dan Holloway working the outside. Coruscant right there behind them. And the first 8-10 cars side by side. And then you get back here to Gabe Butler, who's leading the single car brigade. 31 of Gilchrist. That sharp number 31 Ford Mustang. Everybody kind of single filing out right now, trying to get through stage number 2. One car off the pace though, the 63 of Logan Helton. Heavy front end damage to the 63 KR. He's about, a lap down and working around the speedway. So almost a lap down, 27 seconds.
Yeah, we're on board with Logan Helton in the 63, and you can see how torn up he is, but I think he's going to try and get through this stage. I don't think he's going to make it without going a lap down as the field makes its way off of turn 4, and he's just now working through turns 1 and 2. But there's a very good chance that he is the only car that ends up 1 lap down in this stage.
Yeah, very true, and it came in 31 points to the good. Not sure if he was up towards the front when that stage number 1 ended, but out there riding around, and what it seems to be a hurt W Energy Chevrolet Camaro. Did you get your watermelon yet, KR, from him?
No, haven't had a watermelon.
Some takers to pit road now. The first 3, 4, 5 cars coming down pit road being led by Milam, Workman, and Miller. Your first 3, 4 cars coming down pit road. So a little bit of strategy play. Remember, this one will end at the completion of lap number 50. They are working lap number 33, and that puts Dan Holloway to the point. He drops down in front of Kevin Freis. Coruscant getting a good push by Lima on the outside lane. They've got the 46 of Overstreet and the 53 of Dave Hunt all working the extreme outside as they're going to flash by the 63 of Logan Helton, and Logan Helton down 1 lap now as he works the outside of the racetrack, staying out of the way, doing a great job as more takers come to the pit road.
A couple more race cars on the pit lane. They are doing this sort of sporadically. Got a handful here, handful last time around, and I imagine we'll see another handful of cars hit pit road. And that's kind of what we've been seeing here lately in the second stage. No set plan of attack because this stage is so short to begin with that everyone kind of tackles it a little bit differently.
More takers coming down pit road. Lima, of course. Oh, Lima sideways right in front of Sanchez. They make it onto the racetrack. Sanchez mowing the grass in that Jasper 510 after he had to make an evasive move not to make contact. We'll wait and see it out, but out front though, it is the 46 of Overstreet, but the Reynolds hooked up and moving to the front. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds to the front. Hunter Reynolds running third.
All right, the 17 on the outside. Any takers for pit road? This time, nobody comes down pit road. They stay battling out on the speedway. So this does have several different cars on different strategies. The 40 of Peter deBorja does hit pit road all by himself. So deBorja on the pit lane and into his pit stall.
It was like gas only for the 40 of deBorja. He's already down and away. Jimmy Reynolds still out front. Hunter Reynolds behind them. This group out front will stay out on the racetrack as they run single file. All lined up, ready to come to pit road when they say it is time. 16 laps to go here in stage number 2. One car down, 1 lap to the field. It might become 2 as the field works up to the backside of Peter deBorja. So 2 chasers in trouble early on in this one. As they are just about 4 seconds in front of this group. I think the OKR, the saving grace will be that these drivers should have to come down pit road within the next lap or 2. I don't believe they can make it to the end.
No, I don't think anyone can make it to the end here, but it doesn't mean that they don't try.
The old college try.
Got to give it the old college try. You never know. Caution flag could come out that keeps you from going a lap down.
You could. We saw it in the stage number 2 or 1. How about those Fords up at the front of the field?
I can't see them.
You can't? All right.
No.
They go by the number 40 of deBorja. He will go down a lap. So now Logan Helton and Peter deBorja will battle for that lucky dog position. I believe now Helton will be down 2. That'll be his 2nd lap. Yeah, so Logan down 2 laps to the arrears. It looks like he has gone to the backup car. So he is out there. Or they just fixed it up a little bit more.
All right, so Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, David Overstreet, and Dave Hunt along with about 9 other cars, or 9 cars in total, have not hit pit road. And so they are still circling around out there. And Al, once these pit stops happen, you kind of have to follow the trend of coming down pit road, because there is no advantage by staying out.
No, and we see that time and time again, especially here at Daytona. Usually the first group that pits ends up being the group that is up front here. So these drivers out here now are just kind of out there, I think, logging some laps, trying to see if maybe they'll catch a yellow flag where they don't have to come down on the green flag pit stops, but they're going to have to come down, and they are losing a lot of time out on the racetrack to the next group, who is racing back here and is being led by the 05 of Wang, Bryan Wang, in that 05 leading the group, Kevin Freis, and they are stacked up 2 by 2 back here, battling for the 10th position, which will eventually be the race for the race lead.
All right, so they don't come down pit road this time. Jimmy Reynolds continues to lead in that 17. Of the drivers who have made a pit stop, Kevin Freis in the 25, making a slicing move down in front of the 05 of Bryan Wang. Josh Milam in the 7, now leads the outside lane. Zach Workman in the 19, third car in the outside lane. Haven't talked a lot about Zach Workman here tonight. With that 19 machine, kind of just having a quiet night, running his own race.
Yeah, just sitting there quietly inside the top 10, doing what he needs to do, chip away and earn the stage points, which we are 9 laps away from the end of stage number 2. Kevin Freis running in that 10th spot. Meanwhile, up front, Jimmy Reynolds, they still stay on the racetrack, and they are not that far behind this group gap. They are just coming off of turn number 2, and Milam's group is just coming off of turn number 4. So about a half track separating them as they work around this racetrack.
All right, so laps in stage number 2 continue to wind down. As things stand right now, just 2 cars not on the lead lap. That is the 40 of Peter deBorja and the 63 of Logan Helton. And Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 right now is your race leader, running his Metallica paint scheme. And that car reacts very nicely to the light changes here. His lightning looks like it's actually strobing, and that is a very cool effect here.
Speaking of lightning, we had a storm roll through here this afternoon, Carol. We had hail. It was wild.
We had hail?
We did.
Good grief. You saved me
I
any?
know. Was it what?
Did you save me any?
No. I did not personally see it, but my wife got home with the little one from daycare, and they had to sit in the car because it was storming pretty good, and they had the hail. So yeah, it was quite the afternoon up here, and well, for now it's all gone out of the system so far, but it was a wild weather. It's been a rainy. They always say April showers will bring those May flowers, and as I say that, Jimmy Reynolds and company will come down pit road for their pit stop.
Sean Stevens, about the only one who stayed out in that group.
Yep.
Logan Helton and Peter deBorja right there with the race leader. This is good for Logan Helton because he's in front of the race leader. Good for Peter deBorja as he can see his competition for cars not on the lead lap.
Well, it's actually going to work out pretty well for the both of them. Both of these drivers have already come down pit road, so they should not have to pit once again. So once Stevens peels off the racing surface, it'll put deBorja back on the lead lap, and Logan Helton will be down 1. So it actually worked out pretty well. If the yellow flag were to fly right now, which just putting my eyes on that leader group, which will become the lead group, they're 3 wide. So, yeah. These drivers are really putting on a show for you guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. I know we're getting close to the end of stage number 2, but make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let these drivers know that you appreciate their efforts here tonight. Is they are really getting after it here in the cutoff race.
We are within that range of laps where if the caution comes out, that is the end of the stage. Josh Milam in the 7, your race leader. Kevin Freis in the 25, trying to take it away from him. Steve Krosik in the outside lane. All 3 of them battling side by side into the corner. Kevin Freis winning stage 1. Stage 2 up for grabs right now. And as this is all shook out, played out, done all of that, right now Logan Helton is the only car that is not on the lead lap. That is good news for him because that will allow him to get one of his laps back.
Yeah, and then right now, hopefully it'll stay this way for them out on the racetrack. That'll put 35 cars back on the lead lap at the end of stage number 2, assuming there's nothing that requires a flatbed or a tow mater or something along those lines.
Yeah, no tow maters here tonight.
I heard the push trucks are Rams, though.
I mean, we saw a couple cars try to get airborne. They don't need ramps.
Oh, okay. Oh, I said Ram.
Oh, Ram. Okay.
Yeah. Right over your head it went.
Usually does, Al. Usually does. All right. Lap 49 of 100. This stage is going to end at the completion of lap 50. Or if the caution comes out before they get there. Josh Milam in the 7, side by side by side. 3 wide racing. Outside lane, falling back just a little bit. Milam down on the bottom has the advantage. One more time around here in stage number 2, Al.
Yeah, stage number 2 getting ready to come to an end. Kevin Freis getting pushed out to that race lead into the entrance to turn number 1. That middle lane and the upper lane kind of not formed up that well. A lot of numbers down low. 3 cars going in the middle as they come down the back stretch for the final time here in stage number 2. And now Korosek getting pushed to the race lead. Can he play spoiler? Korosek works the extreme high side of the racetrack. Here comes Freis down low. But the momentum on the bottom. Josh Milam trying to pick up the stage 2 win. Let's see what's going to happen here at the tri-oval as they come through across the stripe. It'll be Milam picking up the stage win. Kevin Freis will come home second as yellow lights come on around the racetrack in what was a green to checkered stage number 2.
And so a stage win goes to the 7 of Josh Milam, but Richard Sanchez going to come away with the first car 1 lap down. The field had passed him through turns 3 and 4.
They missed that one there, KR, so that's really gonna put a hamper on there as Josh Milam is coming down pit road, KR.
Yeah, Milam coming down pit road before it was open. So that very well could be giving it to the 25.
If Kevin Freis, was Josh Milam that close on fuel, I wonder?
That is exactly why you come down pit road in that situation, is you're not gonna make it. It's a tough break for Josh Milam. Had the stage win, but didn't have the fuel to seal the deal. One of the rules is you have to make it back onto pit road under your own power.
Have you ever?
Yeah, more than once in this league. Yep,
okay.
More than once.
Tough break for the 7.
All right, on to pit road as it is now open, and he is going to go 2 in a row, the 25 of Kevin Freis. That is 20 bonus points already into his favor. That is exactly what he needed, a good, solid run in this race. And those bonus points are going to be huge because he came into this race 5 points below the cutoff line. Yep. And now he is just, before anyone else can say anything, he has gained 20 points.
Yeah, he should be plus 15 to the good of that, depending on obviously how everyone else finished and how the points shake out. But with just his wins, puts him plus 15, KR.
Yeah, without knowing how everyone else finished, that is what we're going to go off of. But regardless, Kevin, 2 stage wins in a row, man.
Yeah, I will. I'll take it.
Well, I sure hope so, because they're going to give it to you.
Yeah. I mean, it really sucks for Josh there. It's been fun battling with him up front all night here, and I think we're pretty tight in the points. Don't know exactly where we are. I just know I was 5 below coming into tonight, so hopefully I'm in pretty good shape now.
All right, so as that plays out, you see Josh win the stage, crossing the start-finish line, but you have to get onto pit road with it open, under your own power. Did he come across the radio, say anything that you all of a sudden went,
Well, when I saw him dip below the line coming out of 4, and I was like, oh, like we thought they were going to be really close because they went the lap before us. You just don't know, maybe they somehow safe, but because he was up front, I mean, I had 0.2 when I got to my box, so he probably would have ran out.
Yeah, that is perfect fuel calculations there. Nice job.
Yeah, don't want to make it that close all the time, but when it ends like this one did, you'll take it.
Well, 2 stage wins for you, a good points haul already. We haven't even got to the finish. So, Kevin, that 25 looking very fast here tonight. It's the final race in the round of 16. So, man, we're hoping you get through. So far, things are looking good for you.
Yes, so far so good. Hopefully, all of Team Utanaka can finish this race strong. Get Peter up here because he needs some points in a big bad way right now.
All right, shout outs, thank yous.
Yeah, thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast, and thanks to all these drivers. I mean, this is probably one of the best races we've had all season so far, so hopefully we can keep up the good work.
All right, that is the driver of the 25, Kevin Freis from Team Bootnaka Esports. And there you have it. And he mentioned his teammate, Peter deBorja. Al, Peter's back on the lead lap.
He is back on the lead lap. That's all you need there. I would say Kevin must have ate his Kellogg's Frosted Flakes this morning.
Okay.
No. I mean, he's sponsored by Kellogg's. I figured he ate them.
But they're cornflakes. They're not frosted.
Oh, all right. Well, Maybe he puts a little sugar on them, KR. How do you know?
I don't know. But
All right.
maybe you frosted them for him?
Nope.
Oh.
Not a breakfast eater.
Ah, I see. Well, the green flag is back out. Steve Karosik hauls it off into turn number 1. He's going to try and stay out in front of Tyler Miller in the 24. Miller in a must-win situation now. Hasn't had a huge points haul in the stages, but now here he is leading this race.
He's leading the race now, and Miller out to the point as they work down the back stretch. Zach Freis right there as well. How about the number 9 of Nate Warren? We haven't talked much about that. Toyota Supra, the Coca-Cola sponsored number 9, working on the outside, and the 31 of Gilchrist inside of the top 10 for the first time here this evening as they all get up to speed. And what is the second half of this race? If weather were to attack, well, it would be an official race here, but the forecast didn't call for any participation or, precipitation here in Daytona here this evening, so you can put your umbrella down now.
I don't have an umbrella, Al.
Oh.
As a man, I just kind of suffer through.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm not a man. I'm just a kid.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I was thinking. Miller out on the front of this one though, KR. I think maybe he took the green off there, thinking it would give him some good luck here in this race. And right now, well, he's leading this one. He's got Zach Workman in the back pocket. Kevin Freis, your stage 1 and 2 winner. Can he do a clean sweep here of this race? Or will someone play spoiler and a non-chaser pick up another win here tonight? What would that stand as a statement? Is if another non-chaser picks up a win here tonight, first 3 races, well, that means it all come down to points, KR, and you really have to score well in those stages. We see the big point swing already with Kevin Freis being 5 points out to our quick math. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, as of this moment, right now, Kevin Freis is in the round of 8.
Yeah, absolutely.
Based off of the first 2 stages. I'm not saying that, anything can happen. You get caught up in a big one or whatnot. But right now, if the race were official, I would say Kevin Freis would be in the top 8.
Oh, race leader's in trouble. Kevin Freis going to get a little contact. Yellow flag comes out. Tyler Miller gets through it. Gabe Butler gets through it. But several cars involved, and that one happened at the front. And Al, you're not wrong in your assessment of the quick math. Kevin Freis doing a good job so far in this one, but Tyler Miller, Zachary Lima, Steve Karosik, Gabe Butler, and Josh Milam are about to find out why you all can't share the same space on the racetrack. Sharing is caring, but not while racing. Let's check and see what happened. Big stack ups all throughout this field as everyone tried to get through this one.
Ooh, Jimmy Maier hard in the outside wall. Looks like what would have been a free pass to Helton, and Helton's got some heavy damage to that 63 car. Zach Freis, the front clip missing off of the 12. You just saw the look of it from the back side of Workman as we go on board with Logan Helton. Oh, that hole just closed straight up, KR.
Logan's night going from bad to worse. Coming into this one, 31 points above the cutoff line, and he might use up all 31 points to try and get through this.
Yeah, I mean, I would say right now it's desperation mode for the W Energy number 63 as he'll hit the pit stall. I imagine sit here and try to bang out as much of that damage as possible. deBorja in as well. The 12 of Zach Fritz, heavy front and rear damage on that number 12 as he sits on pit road as well. So
yeah, a lot of
coming
extended pit stops.
Yeah. Tyler Miller, though, out on the point. He'll come out of the pits first. Zach Workman second. I believe Zachary Lima, the winner of the last 2 weeks. Wouldn't that be something, KR, if someone could go pop off 3 wins in a row, get alone winning 1 on Monday nights is hard enough. Imagine the feat it would be if someone could go 3 in a row.
Especially as a non-championship contender. Yeah. I'm hoping for it. Only because that means that these guys all have not given up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
How many times have we questioned NASCAR? There's no way the championship 4 drivers can finish in the top 4, and they do it over and over again, right? If Zachary Lima comes away with a 3rd win in a row, that's one way you know for sure that he's not giving up, despite the fact that he's not one of our playoff championship drivers.
And Tyler Miller, though, slow car, whether I wonder if speeding on pit road or maybe an admin penalty for that number 24.
Well, he had some damage, so I mean, he was caught up in that crash. Maybe trying to iron out the rest of that damage.
Well, I'm going to tell you that that is an admin EOL, which means end of longest line for the 24.
So they have determined that he was the cause of that crash very quickly.
Yes. Yeah, nothing gets by race control. What about that thankless job? Matt Wagner doing a great job all season long. Can't thank him enough for all the input and insight that he gives us each and every week. It's one of those thankless jobs, KR, being in that race control / admin position. And I know the guys here at OP Premier Series really thank him for his duties here tonight.
Yeah, everyone appreciates a solid race control. And Matt, despite everyone always yelling at you and everyone here in this league wanting the race report, we do appreciate everything you do, man. So here we go. Lights are out on the Ford Mustang, and I bet it comes down pit road to have that serviced because it just can't keep
God,
up.
I hope so. I hope so.
All right, Al, green flag is out. We are back underway. Zach Workman and Zach Lima. You know, the chances of a Zach winning this race are higher than anyone else?
Yes.
Well,
2 and 35, about 3.
I did quick math, and they have a 33.3% repeating, of course, chance of winning.
Gotcha. I think it's a little bit less than that, but it's quick math.
Yeah, quick math.
I think it's more like a 7% chance.
I like my math better.
Yeah, I'm sure. It seems to be a little bit better. I'm sure they like it. I'm sure that they like the number better.
Right? The Zacks do. The Zacks like their chances.
How about the 62 of Les Levy getting a good push from the one of Lima as they try to make their way towards the front of the field. Peter deBorja right there as well. Came down pit road, I believe, has not used the backup car. That is still the original car with the big old center punch in the back bumper, KR. That car, well, up inside the top 10 for the first time here tonight after being down a lap early in this one.
Les Levy, one of those drivers who will happily steal a race win at the most inopportune time for anybody that's not in his team. And so here he is out in front of the outside lane. I wouldn't put it past him to come away with the race win here tonight.
It is possible. Workman doing a good job. Les Levy on the outside. Lima had to peek the nose out to get some air to the front of the radiator. He'll tuck it back in line as they all work back in the turns 3 and 4. Nate Warren, though, he's got that Toyota up at the front of this one. He's trying to toy with the field as they come up off of turn number 4.
Zach Workman, Les Levy leading the charge so far into the tri-oval. And headed off into turn number 1. We're working lap 65 of 100. And now this race continuing to soldier on. And so far, the only one who I would say has been dominant is the 25 of Kevin Freis. Right now, he's all the way down in 29th spot. So that means this is still anyone's race to win.
Yeah, really, anyone can do it. It's a lot of laps left to go. This time, by there'll be 35 more circuits. So at least another 2 pit stops here, KR. Are they thinking that right now? Are they starting to plan? At this point of the race, you had that yellow flag. Are you working backwards from lap 100? And if you're on top of the war wagon down there in pit road?
I mean, you have to start working it backwards at this point. And then you also have to keep in mind, we have 2 attempts at a green-white checkered. So you got to plan for that. But ultimately, your last pit stop, no matter what, needs to come around lap 15, or I should say 15 laps to go to make that lap, 85? The lap 85 is when we'll really see these guys hit pit road for the last time. And let's see, last on pit road was lap 59. I'm going to do some quick math. Carry the R, subtract the azimuth, and divide by the radius of pi, and I got 6. And what is? I don't know what that means.
Well, I followed it, which I don't know if that's good or bad. 6. I like it. Good answer, KR.
6. That's what I got.
Are you saying that Kody Neagles is going to win?
No, I think I forgot the radius of pi is the diameter squared.
Yes. And don't forget the Lincoln Logs cubed.
Oh, yeah. And what if Nate Warren wins in the 9? That's just an upside down 6.
Yep, that is true. Or if he crosses the line upside down and wins, is that a 6?
I mean,
or still a 9?
As you look at it visually, it's a 6.
Right.
Oh.
I bet you we would get a Coke in Victory Lane, though.
Yeah, we could give Nate Warren a Coke in Victory Lane.
All right.
That's easy. I can do that.
He's only one of 2 Toyotas in the field tonight.
Yeah, not a lot of Toyotas. A lot of Chevys. A lot of Chevys.
But a good number of the blue Ford oval contingents as well.
Yeah, I didn't.
One's leading the field. Do you believe that?
No.
My buddy Zach Workman up at the front of this one. We got Sanchez in that 510. He's got some horsepower underneath the hood with that Jasper Racing Engines number 510.
Coming around to complete lap 69. Gonna start lap 70. To Les Levy in the 62, battling with a championship contender of Zach Workman. But Al,
Yes.
Lima right behind the 62 of Les Levy. Lima has stolen the last 2 races, and I did quotes, air quotes, you didn't see it, but I did air quotes, stolen the last 2 races from the championship contenders. Les Levy, known to steal a race or 2 at very opportune moments. So this could be a scenario where none of our championship contenders win a race here in the round of 16, and everyone has to rely on points. And right now, Kevin Freis, he's cheering hard for the 62 or the 1i.
He is. He's looking in that rear view mirror, knowing what kind of pony is sitting there behind him. Lima has had some very good bullets the last few weeks, and knows that, well, he's a good pusher as long as he has a fast car out in front as well. See him starting to wiggle there as Lima all over the back side of the 62 of Levy. A little bit more of a formed up line up top as Gabe Butler pokes the nose out wide in that 88. Now tucks it back in line as they will slink through, with Zach Workman still as your race leader. Everybody's starting to get down in that single file lane here. They get ready to come down pit road. They were last on pit road lap 59 to 60. So it's been almost 12 laps now since the last pit stop. And right now, everybody trying to do what they can to get into position. Oh, trouble! Les Levy side with Sanchez around. Oh, Gabe Butler's up into the catch fence. Yellow, yellow, yellow as we have another big one here. Korosek involved.
We were on board with Anthony English looking out the back of his race car as that happened. And we caught those drivers up on the wall trying to be skateboards. Let's take another look at this one. Sanchez, Dave Hunt, a lot of race cars getting involved. Upside down. Ooh, Al, I don't even know where to start with this one.
Yeah, this one, it really just started, looked like Les Levy maybe got a little bit loose on the entrance of the corner, came down onto the 510, and multiple cars up and over.
Oh, another hard contact for the 40 of Peter deBorja too.
Yeah, Peter, the good news is I believe Peter had not used his backup car, might have to do so at this juncture of the race. As everybody's coming down pit road, a very opportune time as we were getting ready to see some green flag pit stops, I do believe.
Yeah, we were getting close to those green flag pit stops on board with Zachary Workman as he hits his pit stall. And with that being said, guys, we are going to step away. No one go anywhere. We'll be back to bring you tonight's finish for the Daytona Nights 250.
racing. You wanted the best. You got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt. The World of Outlaws.
Green flag is back in the air. We are at it once again. 25 laps to go. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you all have enjoyed the show. Strap in, hold on tight, because we are about ready to bring you the finish of this one here in just a little bit. Still got a few laps to go. Ow! This is still anyone's race, but a familiar race car is out in front.
Yeah, Zach Lima, the winner of the last 2 races, out in the front of this one as he's pulled down in front of Zach Workman. Nate Warren working that middle lane as he's got the 24 of Tyler Miller all over the back side of him. Josh Milam up there as well. Here comes Kody Neagles inside the top 10. Remember, he did not take the qualifying time. Has been relatively quiet here tonight. But that pay window starting to get greased up with 24 laps to go, and well, the 6 inside the top 10 for the first time tonight.
Logan Helton, I think I just saw he's 4 laps down. That's not good.
No,
that's not good. Bit of a struggle bus. Sean Stevens, multiple laps down. 32 cars are on the lead lap in this race. We started 35. Steve Karosik, the only car not on the speedway. He has been on pit road for the last 6 minutes. So he is trying to get back out there.
Yeah, Karosik, remember, had a lot of damage in that last yellow flag. So his woes are 1 point better for Logan Helton, who will move up to that 34th position as Kevin Freis works the outside of the speedway back here for outside of the top 10. He works the outside. Now Crosby's going to jump up in front of him, and
big
just
squeeze.
like that, yeah, as I say, squeeze play is Kevin Freis and Jim Maier trying to make something happen in that second lane. Gabe Butler trying to pedal as fast as he can to join them as well as your front 10, 11, 12 cars, all single file.
Yeah, everyone getting single file very quickly here. A little bit early for pit stops, but that is a sign that everyone is thinking about pit road.
I think 6, 7 laps, wouldn't you say so, Kara? Around that 16, 15 laps to go. Kind of when I feel like you'd want to come down pit road.
Yeah, that's when I think you would want to come down pit road, but Al, you know as well as I do, anytime we think we know what's going to happen, they prove us wrong, and that's why they said, you guys go look pretty in the booth.
If they ever seen a picture of us, maybe they wouldn't say myself as being pretty.
Oh, I catfished them.
Gotcha. You put a picture of Justin Bieber again, didn't you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't do something that low. No, I sent a picture of Sandra Bullock.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got this job. I put a picture of Garth Brooks.
I can see it.
Yeah, right.
I'd buy it. All right, so the one eye of Zachary Lima out in front. Kevin Freis in the 25, challenging to his back quarter panel. Kevin Freis winning stage 1 and stage 2. Zachary Lima winning the last 2 races in the series, trying to make it 3 in a row. And here we go, Al. It's, you know, as much as we say it's impossible to be a repeat type winner, our repeat winners are finding a way to the front.
Now my mind is slipping me. Has anyone ever done 3 wins in a row in a season here on Monday night? I feel like that's such a hard feat to do. So I feel like if you win 3 in a row, you better go play a lottery ticket.
Man, I'll tell you what, that's a question for Liberty Fires. If he was here, I know he would know.
Where is Liberty?
I couldn't tell you, but he's our unofficial statistician. And if there ever was somebody who won 3 races in a row, he would know it. And I almost, if I had to guess, I want to say the last time we had a discussion about 3 in a row, maybe involved Hunter Rentals.
Okay.
Hunter Rentals. Hunter Reynolds.
What's he renting, KR?
Wins, apparently.
One car shuffled out below that yellow line. I believe that was a 0-4 of Mark Mann. And he is stacking the field up behind him. Josh Milam swinging to the outside. He's got Les Levy and David Overstreet behind him. So we got takers coming to pit road. Well, way before we thought we'd ever see pit takers on pit road.
18 laps. That is at the first time you want to come down pit road when you're thinking there's one attempt at a green-white checkered.
All right.
But my thing was, I think we'd see almost everyone by lap 15.
Okay. I like your quick math. I saw the smoke coming off of your paper while you were doing it, by the way.
The calculator was on fire, but that's probably because I used lighter fluid. Not gonna lie.
Oh. Well, I understand that. Whoa, big group of cars coming down pit road at this time. Oh, Gabe Butler's gonna miss pit road.
Oh,
KR.
that is huge for Butler.
He slides through the grass. That is gonna be an unsafe pit entrance. And is he gonna go down and stop in his stall? It looks like he will. Big mistake here on the money stop. Meanwhile, out front, Vicente Guerrero working your race lead. Jimmy Reynolds in at 17. Peter deBorja and Dan Harrington, your 4 cars that stayed out onto the racetrack. In this group now, Guerrero and Reynolds coming down pit road. Heartbreaker for Gabe Butler, who sits on pit road serving that penalty.
Yeah, that is a tough break for the driver of the 88. And somehow the 40 of Peter deBorja is out in front, despite all the chaos that he has had to fight through.
Perseverance, KR, perseverance.
Now, Peter deBorja last on pit road on lap 73.
Yeah, they're going to come this time. Him and Harrington peel off, so that'll put everybody down on pit road besides Jeff Crosby and Zach Fritz. And it's the 15 of Crosby Sr. who will take over the race lead as they are all tucked in line behind the 27 of Sean Stevens. Stevens down to 2 laps currently.
Gabe Butler is down and away, but that penalty has cost him quite a bit of time, and he is no longer on the lead lap. Crosby Sr. is our race leader. Last on pit road on lap 73. Zach Fritz last on pit road on lap 74. Those two will have to come down pit lane. But they are trying to stretch it as far as they can.
They are out there maybe trying to catch a yellow flag of some sort. Not sure the play call on this. Zach Fritz's car is wounded, so tucked up behind the 15 of Crosby Sr. who is using the draft from the 27 of Sean Stevens. Meanwhile, the big group starting to catch them as they work down the backstretch, being led by Jim Maier.
Yeah, this lead pack, when everything cycles through, gonna have 13 laps to go. 3 wide, getting very close. Kody Neagles in the 6. Been a long time since we talked about the driver of the 6 here in this race, but he is in the mix of it right now and starting to flex some muscle when it counts.
That he is, and he rode around the back. A little bit of tire swap there between himself and the 24 of Miller. 13 laps to go, and they know it is time to go. Connor Reynolds in at 26, giving chase to the 6. Zachary Lima down there as well. As now the 24 of Miller jumps up in front of the 6 of Neagles. We'll see what kind of momentum they can gain as they enter turn number 3.
Making quick work of the 27 and the 15. Sideways goes the 33. We stay green. That was a huge moment. Several drivers holding their breath. Jeff Crosby Jr., one of them. And now the field is spread out just a little bit because of that.
At the hour, they are still racing pretty hard, though. Jim Maier showing the way now as they start to get reassembled up here at the front of this one with just 12 laps to go, make it 11 and a half. They enter turn number 3. It is still Maier and Milam 1-2 in their respectful lanes. Right now, KR, how much are these drivers just laying in the weeds? If you are not in your top 2, are you back there trying to judge your runs, figuring out if the guy behind you will stick with you? How much communication is going on right now between all these drivers up at the front of the field?
I mean, the 95 of Jim Maier probably isn't talking to the 25 of Kevin Freis. Zach Workman stuck in the middle, probably is trying to think about how he can get up into the second lane and clear the 7 to get up there and make the pass that we see them try and do so many times, from the bottom to the top, then back down to the bottom. Yeah, you just got to hope that you can put your foot a little bit further down through the floor and get that throttle up to 11.
We will take and see what's going to happen here. 10 laps to go. And interesting to see only 2 cars down on that middle or that bottom lane, Karen. Everybody's kind of bailed on it. And has gone to that middle lane, being led by Josh Milam. Behind them, Rick Siebrands leads the second pack as they are single file, trying to get a sniff of this draft where these drivers are racing oh so very hard.
Trying to make it 3 wide. The 25 doesn't have any takers, gonna fall back a little bit because of that. Josh Milam in the 7, who we thought won stage number 1, who we thought was going to win stage number 2. The 25 of Kevin Freis was the benefactor of both of those situations. And now Josh Milam in the 7, out in front with 9 laps to go. Jim Maier in the 95, the 19 is Zach Workman as the 26 makes contact with Kevin Freis. Hunter Reynolds able to hold on to it, so too does the 25, but big moment there between those 2 drivers.
Yeah, that could have been really big here, really set the stage for a wild finish. Come across stripe, 8 laps to go. Josh Milam showing the way over Jim Maier and Zach Workman on an inside lane. And just when we thought things were going to be calmed down a little bit up front, they are deciding to go 3 wide to the top lane, the high, wide, and handsome lane. I'm going to call that the 6 of Neagles. Really trying to make that work as the 63 of Logan Helton bows out, lets the leaders by. Veteran move right there is a sign of respect.
Yeah, a lot of respect coming from the 63 there, and that was his only move of rough race. Oh, it's Jim Maier in the 95, makes contact with the 21, and this lead group gets obliterated. Kody Neagles stuck in the wall. Josh Milam sideways. Oh, and Neagles is dead. He's dead.
Oh,
kind of
didn't
want to see that.
Lot of big names involved in this one.
Whoa. Another car just launched into the air. The 14 of Vicente Guerrero didn't touch anything.
Do not open that Budweiser, please.
Oh my goodness, Vicente just got sent to the moon with nothing around him.
We have liftoff.
Let's back this up and figure out where it went wrong. We saw the 95 make contact. Let's go on board with Hunter Reynolds. You see the contact here. Kody Neagles spinning. Hunter Reynolds able to get through. The 14 of Vicente Guerrero coming through, minding his own business. And this is what's weird. The 14 comes to a stop here.
And launches.
Oh my gosh. That's iRacing for you.
Yeah.
Oh no. And then the 46 threw it into reverse and almost takes out Jimmy Reynolds.
It looks like at the start of that car, maybe the 95 lost the front end. As we are on board with Vicente Guerrero, watch this ride. Slows up, sees the accident, does what he's supposed to, has to come to a stop.
Wow.
Good night.
That has got to be heartbreaking for the driver of the 14.
I don't disagree.
Gonna take a couple more looks at this one here.
And the 6 just gets stuck in the outside wall. Then the second group,
the second group was checking up, and as they were checking up, they were stacking up and kind of shutting down lanes with no one to go. Nobody had anywhere to go.
Yeah, I mean the track was just absolutely clogged up like your drain, and just nowhere to go. A lot of cars torn up on this one. Not that you want to see cars torn up, but if you are Logan Helton and you kind of hoping some of these guys cannot continue on, right, KR? Like at this point, you're hoping that some of your championship rivals have to sit on pit road. That way you can at least pass them. I mean, Helton is on is 6 laps down. There's 5 laps to go. So at this point, there's a few cars he could pick off, or if we could go into overtime. But it all depends on if these cars can get back out onto the racetrack or not. He's going to at least get Guerrero, so that'll put him to 31st. So if you are a Logan Helton fan, his championship hopes are, I think, going to be single digits either to the good or to the bad at the completion of this Daytona Night 250.
Yeah, it's going to be close for Logan, and he is Yeah, he is a competitor, and he wants to earn every point he can by finishing out in front of everybody else. But he's also realistic. He knows that he has to continue on out there and hope that more of these cars drop out, because his situation is that close and he wants to make it into the next round. He needs all the help he can get with drivers not able to continue on.
Pace car down and away. Green flag coming back out with just 4 laps remaining. As the green flag waves over Zach Workman, Kevin Freis. Freis with a good restart. Workman down low. Here comes Rick Siebrands in that number 4. A lot of new players up front after that wild wreck here. With just 8 laps to go when that yellow flag came out. If you're just tuning in, 4 laps left here in tonight's season finale for the top 16. After tonight, well, we're going to cut that in half. We'll start the round of 8 in 1 week's time. And just like that, they are 3 wide. The Reynolds up on the outside, hooked together. Kody Neagles in his backup car, running the extreme high side with Jim Maier tucked up in line there as well. So 4 cars running the extreme high side. I think right now, by numbers, the middle lane has the most cars. That'll have the most energy so far.
Zach Workman down on the bottom, Kevin Freis in the middle, Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 on the outside lane. What would it mean for Jimmy Reynolds to win this race? He would love to pick up a win here on Monday night. And not only that, the playoff implications for everybody around him. But I don't think we're done crashing yet. We had 1 car disappear. Seabass settles back in. Coming around to 2 laps to go. This one may not be over. Zach Workman in the 19 spins down to the inside, smacks the inside wall. Yellow flag coming out before we got to the line.
And that should put us into our green-white checkered attempt number 1. Oh, heartbreak for the 19 of Workman. Does he have a backup car? That is the question.
I don't know, but several cars getting involved in this one once again. Nate Warren in the 9 being tossed around like a rag doll.
Raggedy Ann. I'm really dating myself, aren't I, here?
I don't even know who Raggedy Ann is.
Oh my god. How old are you?
95.
Oh man. You know who Raggedy Ann is. Come on now.
No? Question mark?
It's not important.
All right, so caution flag coming out. We go to our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Oh, I think I need another whiskey, Al.
Can your heart take it anymore?
Another whiskey? Yes, it can.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Pour us another one.
Well, have one for me too. Make it 2. Make it a double.
I'll make it 6. Who's counting?
You.
Thank goodness, because I'm not doing a very good job at counting.
Hey, guess what? Workman into his backup car. Will he have enough time? And with all these yellow flags and the extra laps, Logan Helton is now 27th on the running order. I can report, though, we will have a new winner for the first time in 2 weeks.
I don't know. Zach might find a way to win this race.
For sure, you're not going to want to miss it. You want to strap yourself in. Maybe put some extra glue on your dentures if you have those.
LKH Racing chiming in. Guys, I might make it. Well, Logan's up to 27th.
I'm not sure if you should be...
Miller's on pit road.
I'm not sure if he should be texting and driving, though.
All the cool kids do it.
Oh, all right. They all jumped off the bridge. Would you too, KR?
I probably am the one that shoved them and then said, yeah, they all jumped. It was weird.
Oh. I got you. You're one of those.
Huh? I have it on film if you'd like to see it.
You see what I have to put up with up here in this booth?
Ow, what have I told you?
Oh, sorry.
You want the hose again?
No. Last
Sorry
time
about
was
that,
only...
folks. Every once in a while he forgets.
Yes.
All right, hey, lights are out on the Ford Mustang. Logan Helton up to 25th. Gabe Butler did get the free pass, so he is back on the lead lap. This one is far from over, and it's going to take us a while when it is settled to really figure out who is where in the championship standings.
We'll find out next week.
Yeah, you'll have to tune in next week because that's about how long it's going to take to figure out.
Oh, the poor admins. Who is going to win this one now?
Not me.
Can Jimmy Reynolds hold on, pick up the win in that 17? It's, well, the Reynolds boys lined up nose to tail on his restart. Rick Siebrands and the 4 will start behind Kevin Freis. Remember, Kevin Freis trying to get the broom out of the closet and sweep the night. That would be a story.
Yeah, that would be huge for him in the 25. It does look like a tough break for Tyler Miller in the 24. He is sitting on pit road, has been for the last 10 minutes. Kind of a must-win situation. Can't win this race now. I don't think Tyler Miller's going to make it through. And for the first time in a long time, Tyler not advancing into the round of 8.
Top 7 cars going to squeak away, make it 8 cars. They work off of turn number 2 for the first time. Kevin Freis leading the outside lane. He's got some good company up there. Siebrands and Wang working the outside. Down low it is the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds in the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. They'll work down into this turns 3 and 4. This time at the stripe they'll get the white flag unless the yellow flag flies.
Here they come to the white flag. Can the 25 complete the sweep in all of this race? Both stages and the race win. We're about to find out the final lap. Al, the 17 down on the bottom. Kevin Freis on the high side.
Don't look now. Here comes the 9 and 8 Warren with the 19 Zach Workman giving him a good push down the backstretch. It's a 3 wide affair at the front of the field. Here comes Warren. He's trying to celebrate with a Coke in victory lane.
Warren had it cleared, didn't try and chop the nose. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds, though, out in front, and I think he has the momentum on his side as he comes off of turn number 4. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 is going to get his first win of the season, and that will be 3 races in a row where our championship contenders do not win. And Reynolds spoils the party for the 25 of Kevin Freis.
Yeah, Hunter Reynolds going to come home in the 3rd spot. Siebrands, and how about a nice rebound for Nate Warren? Rounding out your top 5. Still worthy of a Coke, KR. I'll put it on your tab.
Absolutely. I'll take it. All right. Hey, you know how we started this race? And Dan Harrington said, wish him luck.
Yes.
Dan Harrington, our biggest mover of the race, up 26 positions from where he qualified.
Pretty good.
So the 17 makes his way onto the front stretch as he begins to celebrate his race win, and a lot of cars coming by to say hello to him, and fires it back up. Oh, he's getting lots of love here. It's almost like he's the queen bee.
I think it's the Metallica paint scheme.
It could be. Everyone wanting a piece of it.
Oh, Mark, man, no.
Oh, he kissed him.
I thought demolition derby rules were gonna come into play.
Yeah, definitely the queen bee. Look at all the bees coming around to the hive.
Yep.
This is, oh my god. Oh, let's leave you a little hot there.
Now
the bees getting a little upset now.
It must be Pooh Bears trying to get their honey.
Obviously a driver favorite win here, the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds in victory lane. So Al, let's start our post-race show. Coming in hot, here comes the 44 of Anthony English. Let's start talking to our race winner, see if he can figure out how to get away from all the crazies who just want some of the love. Jimmy, congratulations, man. No, he's not ready. He's still running. Let's see. That is a problem, Al.
He's running away from you?
Probably.
He's just...
We'll give him a second to get it sorted out. Let's see if he can figure that out, because we'd love to talk to him. So, Al, I've done it twice already, so why don't you take this
Hang on.
moment?
He's on Hunter's rig.
Oh.
He's on Hunter's rig right now. So I thought I'd hurry up and get in here and let you guys know. He wanted to do his burnouts in Hunter's.
Well, so all right, pull him wherever he's talking. Pull him in for me.
Let's see. Jimmy, are you here now?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hi,
go.
Jimmy.
Hi.
Well, hey, apparently you won a race.
Yeah, man. That's pretty dang cool.
Well, how about that, man? The 17 comes away with a race win, and it for sure has got to be a driver favorite win. I haven't seen this many drivers celebrate a win with you.
Yeah, this is pretty emotional. I've been running Monday nights for a while, and this is my first win. So, and what a better way to win with your son pushing you. You know, that's pretty dang cool.
That was an outstanding run to the finish. This 17 picks up the win in the third and final race in the round of 16. Now, you weren't a championship contender. However, this has got to go down as one of the favorite wins that OP has had in a long time.
Man, I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the guys and everybody that shows up that runs OP, and it makes this such a good league to run in, and I'm happy to be a part of it, and this is pretty cool.
All right, so your Hall of Fame speech, what's that going to sound like now?
We gotta get there first.
Oh, well, so you finally get that long-awaited win. I think it seals the deal. You have my vote.
We'll see. I appreciate all the votes, but yeah, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I just this is just so awesome. I've always wanted to get a Monday night win, and maybe this will turn my luck around. So.
Well, those first ones are always the hardest to get. They say that after you get that first one, the rest kind of start rolling in. So, man, hopefully that's the case for you. What an outstanding job here tonight. I think I started feeling the lightning strikes from Metallica At one point very early in the race, the lights were reflecting off of the lightning on your paint scheme, and I just kind of had a feeling it was going to be your night.
Man, I'm glad it was. I was just riding the night, and then I got away from the pack, and I messed up in pit road. I overshot my pit on that last pit stop, and I was kind of hoping for another yellow, but I didn't know if it was going to come or not. But I'm glad it did, and I'm glad I cycled up to the front, and everything worked out the way it did. So I really appreciate it. Appreciate the win.
Heck yeah, Jimmy, man. All right, one more time. Final shout-outs, thank yous here tonight for you.
Man, I want to thank everybody at OP that shows up and races and makes it what it is, and all the admins that do all the hard work. I'd like to thank my son for working with me tonight and helping me out. I really appreciate that, and appreciate y'all for doing the broadcast. And let's keep this thing going. Thank you.
All right, that is Jimmy Reynolds, first-time winner here on a Monday night. First time in this season. Well, obviously, first. Good grief, Kara. Where were you going with that? He plays spoiler to all the other championship drivers. How about that, Al? The round of 16 sees a complete washout of the championship 16 not able to win. So it comes down to the top 8 in points.
Yeah, it's going to be something interesting there to see what happens and how the points shake out. And this driver that we're catching up with now that comes home in the number 2 spot, well, he did pretty much everything but win the final race here tonight. He swept the first 2. Going to come up about 6 feet shy, Kevin. And man, what a good night. Came in outside looking in. I believe just by my quick math, you're going to move on to the round of 8. How much of a relief is that, and how much of a confidence booster is it to have such a great night here tonight at Daytona?
Oh, it was huge. It was a fun race tonight. I got a little bit of damage there that ended up, I was pinching really tight on those tail cut boys when they were trying to get the third lane. I tried to go up with them. They tried to shuffle me out, so I was staying tight to their door. Gave me a little damage, and I lost momentum there for a bit, which actually saved me because I didn't get involved in that wreck. That was all the leaders. Not really sure what happened with them. But yeah, it was an eventful night. It was fun.
Yeah, a lot of your championship rivals either caught up in incidents early, or that big one at the end of that one really upsetting, making it a topsy-turvy platform for the points. We're going to have to wait and get the official rundown on that, but got to feel good. I think you're going to move on to the round of 8. We kick that off in 1 week's time. What outlook do you have for the next set of races here in the round of 8?
Just hoping to honestly keep everything going the way that last week and then this week. I just love Daytona, and Bumpy Daytona is also a ton of fun because it's a lot of driver, and I'm just hoping to keep the strong runs. Last week was a little eventful, but it was still a decent finish. Tonight was awesome. But going into Talladega and Bumpy Daytona, it's just going to be racing smart. You're going to have to stay pretty aggressive to stay at the front and keep your track position, especially at Bumpy Daytona. So it's basically the same thing I did tonight. Hopefully, just manage risk and stay at the front.
Well, congratulations on your runner-up position. I know you want to be that one rung higher, but overall, a really, really good night for you and this number 25 team. Who makes it all possible behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes, it's all the boys at Team Bootnaka, and especially for the league, you guys, all the admins here, and gotta give a huge shout out to Jimmy Reynolds. It's awesome seeing him and Hunter pushing him to that win. I mean, that's just, it's an awesome ending. Like, if you're not going to win one, you want to lose one that way. So it was a great finish to see for I think just about everybody in the league. I don't think anybody can be upset about that one. It was a fun night, good night. Some people not so happy, but A great ending.
Very, very true statements there, Kevin. Congratulations once again, buddy. Don't bite the nails too bad. We'll wait and find out the official word, but by KR's quick math, you're in.
Oh, do we trust KR's quick math?
He's very good at it.
I am very good at quick math.
So.
I am not good at good math.
Hey, say you're doing something then.
Right?
Yeah, awesome night. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Congratulations, Kevin, on that second place runner-up position. And KR, I believe you've caught up down on pit road or the front stretch or somewhere. A very happy Hunter Reynolds.
Yeah, I have caught up with the driver who finished in third place, and that is none other than the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Hunter, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight.
Thanks, appreciate it. I was really looking forward to getting Dad a win. Honestly, him winning felt better than me winning, so I'm glad we could get it done. And I don't know, I think he got back up there with the wreck, but I was just glad it worked out the way I did. And I'd 100% rather him win than me, so it worked out.
Absolutely, man. That's huge, Hunter. The pushing your dad to that first win. Tell me, when did you realize he was going to win the race?
To be honest with you, there was never a point. I know the outside lane had Rick and Kevin, so obviously Rick is a good pusher. They had a damaged car behind them. We had a slightly damaged car behind us, so it was tough the whole way. Also, we were both having to side draft, and then the third lane came up. That made me a little nervous too, but they fortunately couldn't clear us. So yeah, it was a dogfight for that thing, and I'm glad we could come in on top.
Well, man, I'll tell you what. It's very rare father and son get to work together like that, and it's always something special to see. And man, Hunter, a successful driver on Monday nights here in the OP Premier Series yourself, so always cool to see you push the old man across the start finish line for once.
Oh yeah, 100%. That was awesome. I let Dad come in here on my rig and do a burnout because he was out of gas, and then we got a good hug after that. So it's special for sure, and we're gonna go celebrate.
So that's what happened. We weren't watching you. We were watching him. But all the other drivers were coming around to kiss the 17, but he was celebrating in the 26.
Yeah, it was about halfway through. I mean, obviously that was pretty special. Everybody coming to say congratulations. I don't think that's happened before. So huge win here for Dad.
Yeah, a lot of congratulations went his way. So, man, Hunter, an outstanding run for yourself. Nice job, man. Shout outs, thank yous that you'd like to say for this step on the podium.
Appreciate it. Of course, thanks my dad. Good job on the win tonight. Glad I could push you. Good job to all my teammates at Dale Cup. Shout out to you guys up in the booth. Do a good job. Thanks to all the family and friends watching, and we also appreciate everybody else checking out the broadcast.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hunter Reynolds bringing it home in third place here tonight, but very happy to push his father into victory lane. So, Al, how about that finish?
Yeah, finish is one of the probably a fan favorite, driver favorite. And obviously, everybody wants to win, but to know how long Jimmy has been a supporter and really a big part of this OP Premier Series, to finally get that first win, and not only to get it, but have your son push you, it's going to be a big smile on the Reynolds family for the rest of the week and probably into next week and beyond.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. So, Al, let's go ahead and get right into our results for this one here tonight. Jimmy Reynolds picks up his first win. Kevin Freis brings it home in second. Third step of the podium, Hunter Reynolds. And in the background, since we missed the burnout from the 17, we're going to watch it through the grid here tonight for the driver who won the race in a substitute car. Rick Siebrands brings it home fourth, and rounding out your top five, that is the 9 of Nate Warren.
Jeff Crosby Sr. will come home sixth, Bryan Wang seventh, Zach Workman eighth. Ninth will go to Dan Harrington, and rounding out your top 10 with the 88 of Gabe Butler.
11th place goes to Les Levy. Zach Fritsch in the 12, going to bring home in 12. 13th place goes to Jim Maier. Anthony English in 14th. And rounding out the 15th spot, that is Sebastian Marin.
Mark Mann will come home 16th. Dave Hunt behind him in the 17th position. David Booth 18th. Andy Brigante 19th. And rounding out your top 20, the number 40 of Peter deBorja.
Daniel Holloway in 21st. 22nd goes to David Overstreet. 23rd, Eric Laurie. Kody Neagles 24th. And 25th spot goes to Logan Helton. 6 laps down, but having never given up.
Yeah, Zachary Lima will come home 26th. Tyler Miller's 27th. Casey Gilchrist, Jeff Crosby, and Josh Milam, your top 30.
As the burnout starts for the 26, being piloted by Jimmy Reynolds in the 17. Let's go ahead and go through the rest of our drivers. Vicente Guerrero 31st, 32nd John Guerrero, Steve Krosik 33rd, 34th Sean Stevens, and Richard Sanchez in 35th spot. So Al, a huge win tonight for the 26. A lot of love being given to him, that Queen Bee, and there's no joke to that. Jimmy Reynolds is the Queen Bee here on Monday nights. He doesn't get the credit he deserves in the broadcast as one of the league admins that puts this on, but you can see that the drivers all know who is in charge, and he finally got that win.
You got that big and important win here. As they move on to the round of 8, we'll find out who those 8 drivers are in 1 week's time. Make sure you tune on in next Monday night. Broadcast will start roughly around 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central. But until then, KR, I want you to keep it wheels down, buddy, and we'll see you in turn 3.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.